Hi, this is Luis from Coffee with Luis. So this is the first video of a three-part series I'm making that talks about coffee recipes that you can make at home to beat the hot sun. So the first coffee that we are going to be making is Vietnamese coffee. That's something that I've done several times in this channel. And the second one is going to be Kori Kohi. The first drink that we are going to make is the Vietnamese coffee. This iconic drink has a fascinating history, deeply intertwined with the French colonial era in Vietnam. When coffee was introduced, fresh milk was a luxury, so the Vietnamese people adapted by using sweetened condensed milk, creating a uniquely rich and satisfying brew. Right now, I am using 15 grams of coffee, grounded to fine. I am using a Timor coffee grinder and I'm using around 10 clicks. So this is not espresso fine, but yeah, I'm just using around 10 clicks for this one, so it's not that fine compared to espresso. We'll start by adding some sweetened condensed milk to our glass. Now, there are no hard and fast rules here. The amount is really up to your personal preference. If you like it sweeter, add a bit more. But for me, I'm just adding around 30 to 50 ml of condensed milk. Now this is what you call a Vietnamese Phin or a Phin. So it's a very small metal brewer. It's very affordable. You can buy it cheap for less than 300 pesos. So we have like a base, the main brewing chamber, and a small tap. You don't really tap, it's just to make sure that the coffee grounds don't go floating around. So depending on the type of Phin you have, you can brew up to around 150 ml, up to around 300. The largest I've seen was 300. Now here is the part where it takes a lot of time. I am pouring 30 ml to brew the coffee beans for 60 seconds. Now you'd be thinking, 60 seconds, is it ready by then? No, it actually takes around 5 to 7 minutes of brewing because the coffee grounds are very fine and because of the design of the Phin, which allows more extraction on the coffee beans. So here I'm adding and I am filling it with hot water up to the tip or the uppermost part of the fin. And as you can see, the flow rate of the coffee is very, very slow. And then I cover it and wait. So around 5 minutes, it's still brewing a bit. So I finished this coffee in around 6 to 7 minutes. What makes this coffee great is that it's like a combination of how bitter the coffee is and how sweet the condensed milk is. Now, what makes this drink even better is that you can actually add ice to it, making it the perfect summer drink. The second recipe is something you can make without any special equipment. All you need is a small ice cube tray. Now, what we are making now is called Kori Kohi. Kori Kohi is iced coffee cubes that we place on a drink and you pour hot milk over it. Now, personally, I have tried making Kori Kohi using instant coffee and with brewed coffee. I will tell you this, there is only a very small difference between the two. So I assure you that even if you're not a coffee brewer, you can still enjoy Kori Kohi. So now I am preparing to make Kori Kohi using this instant coffee. Now, this instant coffee by Equal is a bit sweet. This was intended for people with diabetics. So it's a bit sweet, but not that sweet. You can choose any kind of instant coffee that you would like. The first thing that I am doing now is preparing 250 milliliters of instant coffee, which we will be putting on the ice cube tray. Okay, so now I am going to make Kohi using brewed coffee. So I'm using my standard recipe, which is 15 to 16 grams of coffee coarsely ground with at 240 ml. Now, the reason I am doing this is because I also want to show you how it looks when you brew with instant coffee and with brewed coffee. Now, with instant coffee, your Kori coffee ice cubes are going to look very dark compared to the brewed coffee, which is a bit brownish red in color. And you can see that when you pour milk over it later, which I'm going to show you, is that there's not much difference other than the taste because the instant coffee, especially if you add more sugar, it's going to be a lot sweeter than with the brewed coffee. Now that the brewed coffee is done, we are going to be transferring it to the same ice cube mold that we used earlier, and then I'm going to leave it out on the counter for a few minutes just for it to cool down a bit. We don't really want to put very hot stuff into your refrigerator, or that's what I've learned so far. Now, as you can see, as I am pouring the brewed coffee, you can see that there's a slightly different color to it compared to the instant coffee. The instant coffee is very dark, while the brewed coffee is around brownish red. This is because for the instant coffee, they usually have it, or they use darker roast for instant coffee, whereas the what I'm using is for a lighter roast. That's why you can see it has a bit of a color. So here is what the coffee cubes look like after you have frozen. So can you guess which one is instant coffee and which one is brewed coffee? You're correct. The one on the left is instant coffee. The one on the right is brewed coffee. You can see there's a clear difference in color, and later on you'll be able to taste a difference between the two. I will be using these two glass. Side note, I am recording this part of the video because I want to make sure that you don't make the same mistake as I did. So one idea that I had when I was making this video was that I was going to warm up the milk using this electric heater. So I put in 2 cartons or small packs of milk, added a bit of sugar, and set it to boil. What I did not realize was that this was going to cause an accident. So moving forward, please don't be like me and do not boil your milk on an electric kettle, because this is what is going to happen. Now, this is the best part of Kori, the presentation. Watch as the dark coffee gradually melts, infusing the milk with its bold and aromatic essence. It's a slow, graceful dance of flavors, allowing you to control the strength and weakness of your drink as the cubes dissolve. So, why do you want to drink Kori coffee? Now, Kori coffee is really easy to make. You just make coffee, you freeze it, and you leave it on the refrigerator. Whenever somebody comes over, you can just take it out, prepare the milk, and there you have it. The perfect summer drink.
So this is Kori Kohi. So basically it's, you brew coffee, you put it inside a ice tray, you freeze it, and every time you want to consume Kori Kohi, you just take it out of the refrigerator and pour some milk on it. It's recommended that the milk is a bit warm so that it will slowly melt the coffee cubes. What makes this a perfect summer drink, it's really easy to make, and that you can easily prepare it without any much hassle. So when you have guests over, you can just take it out of the freezer, get some milk, and then serve it. I hope you finished this video, you watch it, and you try it out, and like and subscribe. Thank you.